Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Hold on, I'm gonna delete that real quick. Sorry, I do, before I start the videos, or my recording sessions, rather, this is a little bit of a behind-the-scenes look. I do a quick recording, just, saying some test stuff, make sure that the microphone is picking up my voice, because Shadowplay, or whatever the NVIDIA calls their software now, it hasn't been Shadowplay in a long time. I'm just stubborn. I think it's like Share now, NVIDIA Share, but that's just lame. You know, Shadowplay is, I mean, it sounds a little edgy, but it's more memorable than fucking NVIDIA Share. Anyway, I'm sorry. So I do a little test recording of the audio, and I just delete that real quick, because I don't like to, you know, if I don't delete immediately, I might put in the folder and then accidentally upload it. That would be silly. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and expand this. And last time we were here together, it's been a little bit, at least since I've recorded, we went ahead and integrated Orenburg into the Soviet Union. Now we're working on finishing up the EuroLeague. But before we do that, we are going to get some lessons from the Reclamation War. It was in the fires of the Unification Wars that the Red Army of the West Siberian People's Republic was forged, and it is time to adopt the innovations and practices discovered during the conflicts into formal military doctrine. The officers who came up with the daring new tactics and cunning stratagems to overcome the many liberal and reactionaries who besieged us will be given first priority when hiring instructors at military academies, and even the bureaucrats who learned how to conserve and distribute supplies under pressure will be promoted to top management. The one constant of dialectic is change, and those who not learn this lesson and adapt will perish. There's still some issues going on over here between the Komi Soviet and Samara. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Komi Soviet is imploding economically right now. Yep. Well, that's certainly not good. Well, I want this to move forward somewhat. And on the one hand, I do believe that the guys who are about to win the war should take power. At the same time, the front was about to win, but some weird stuff happened that I didn't fully understand. So it was a compromise. I'm gonna make sure a communist power comes into power. Curious, do they even get the I currently do not think. Yeah, it does not seem like they get the GUI for this stuff. That might be a little cheeky, but it's possible we can get a peaceful reunification going, at least with all this considered. So I wanted to keep the hope alive, you know. Keep hope alive, wrestle hands. Just got done doing a podcast with a couple of my my buddies, one of our communities that's Survivor related, and now I'm thinking about Russell Hance. What do we want to do? Get some extra GDP growth. We'll expand the civil infrastructure. Why not? I'm gonna fix some military austerity. There we go. There's the Colombian Civil War. Some ugly looking flags over here. Because first off, there's this one. That's just racist. There's this one. You don't put text. You even put symbols on that flag. That's just rough. Republic of Colombia, New Granada also, We've got lessons from the Reclamation War figured out. Next, let's go ahead and get... Let's remember our anti-fascist war. The Red Army of workers and peasants traced its lineage to the original Red Army that nobly sacrificed themselves in the struggle against fascism so many years ago. But to avoid their fate, we must analyze their failures and learn how to overcome them. The battles and campaigns of the war must be analyzed down to the last detail, and the mistakes they made identified and corrected in the future doctrine. However, even the tactics and doctrines of the fascists must be studied at length. Not only to prepare ourselves for future wars against these aggressors, but to learn what they did right and adopt their practices. When the fascists come knocking at the door, they will find their foes have learned to fight their fire with fire. Well, there we go. Look at that. Better military professionalism. Brings a tear to my eye. A little hit to the political power. But everything else is going to make it up. There we go. I think I'll go ahead. We can't get a full... Another round of military austerity, would that? Not quite. Probably do a tax hike. It helps that hurts our growth a little bit, but we could use a bit of a surplus for a bit. So I'll take that for now. Anywho. What do we want next? Got that done. A Hitachi victory. Oh boy. Oh, I've actually seen this tree yet. That's all like Reddit posts. I really enjoyed Guangdong, I gotta say. That's some of the best content I've ever played. Probably the best content I've played in this mod, or really any mod. Guangdong was excellent. Played Matsushita, which you haven't checked out that series. It's one of the most fun I've had with TNO, so I'd recommend checking that out. Let's go ahead and elevate proven officers next. The bedrock on which the Red Army is built upon is the old Red Army of the Patriotic War, but its brick and mortar are its officers who lead the militant workers into battle. Over the course of the Unification Wars, many new and promising officers, fresh from cadet school, displayed great tactical brilliance, cunning and bravery in the field of battle. By promoting these promising youths, not only will we gain a generation of innovative but experienced commanders to lead the revolution to come, but it will show the men and women of the People's Republic that anyone may become a hero if they are daring and intelligent enough. Look at that. We can go ahead and integrate them. I'd probably give the edge to... I don't know who I'd give the edge to. The Second Patriotic Army is doing uncomfortably well, I'd say. Considering, you know, the swastika on their flag. They don't seem very nice. I would bet a lot of money that they are not nice. What does that mean? That's not anti-OFN, looks like. That's probably okay. Ooh, what do we want to do? Reinforcement rate. Or organization. Let's do... Let's do repurpose NKVD. The steadfast men and women of the NKVD are the protectors of the revolution in the People's Republic. Few people outside of ranks, save for the party itself, are more devoted to the cause of socialism than they are, but the numbers are far in excess of their stated goals of protecting the People's Republic from its enemies within. This forming field units of NKVD troopers to aid their Red Army comrades, is, in the battle of the reactionary enemies without, is an ideal use of their manpower. I'm probably messed up that sentence badly, I apologize. Forming a corps of ideologically pure, disciplined shock troopers, the forces of the NKVD can be an invaluable hammer, smashing the counter-revolutionaries into the dust, without mercy or second thought. If they are allowed on the field, that is. If. We get some more guys trained up. Excellent. How's our economy doing? Let's get that surplus going. And would you look at that? Our diplomats from Belarus have returned with wonderful news. For significant deliberation with the leaders of the Euro League, have accepted our offer to absorb their territory into our CPA easily. Do we get a bonus? We do. Look at that. Well, they know what's best for them. I'll delete these units. I'd rather take their manpower and equipment. Look at the Comey Soviet go. They're combating the fiscal crisis, which means they're not having it anymore. It's good. War is a racket, but it can be a pretty valuable racket. Get improved assault weapons going. Allied victory in West Africa. That's certainly interesting. That's not these guys. Yep. There's Free France just sitting there in the cut corner. Looks like Botswana broke free. Good on Botswana. Shout out to Retsekama, by the way. Brilliant. Brilliant leader, from my understanding. I'll do one more round of these guys, and then just let them be. Expand medical care. I think we're okay on that, though. Improve mechanization. Expand civilian. This is probably good. Let's do that. Next up, let's get an army for a new struggle. The battle of the future will not be fought with bolt-action rifles and medium tanks, as was the fascist invasion of the motherland, but with assault rifles, main battle tanks, helicopters, and technologies we have yet to name. To ensure the victory of the socialist revolution and the class struggle to come, we must study and adopt these new technologies and the ways of war they entail. Although regular relations with the world beyond Russia are difficult to maintain, we must do our best to send observers to friendly countries with advanced methods of war already. Learn of their new tactics and strategies and adopt them for the Red Army of workers and peasants to the best of our ability. There we go. whatchamacallit agreement? Oh, integration between these two guys. That's interesting. Okay. That's it. Okay, this is very interesting. Macedonia's a puppet. But it looks like they'll go ahead and integrate peacefully. Which will be good. Ooh, better industrial expertise. Everything's coming along quite well, I gotta say. Well, I do like the blue color. I do gotta say that. Let's get developments for the soldiers. Most of our soldiers are still wearing uniforms and equipment from the anti-fascist war, pressed by the standards of Russian unification struggle, but laughably obsolete compared to the armies outside Russia. Already, even nations of moderate size elsewhere in the world are adopting new and advanced equipment, like camouflage and body armor, even for the most basic of infantrymen. Adopting them for our own troops will not only give us a vast edge against reactionary warlords along our borders, but will also guarantee the armies of Marxist-Leninism, Stalinism victory against the capitalists who enslave the world beyond the frontiers of Russia. There we go. So, yeah, they want Puerto Playa. West African crisis they lost. They, okay. Japan also lost the West African crisis. It's not looking good for the U.S., I gotta say. They got the channel crisis figured out, at least. They held on there. Oop, and there goes France. Heh, cock. Also, the Karelian War didn't start, so... Oh god, the timeline is so fucked right now. I think right around now, the West Russia was supposed to be invading and getting Karelia back. But so far, they haven't. Pavel Novikov was cleaning his old war in Mosin Nagant when his squad leader asked to see him. All this in and of itself was unusual. What made Pavel uncomfortable was when he was asked that the rifle he left where it was. What? When he asked that the rifle he left where it was. Saying it will be dealt with later. Typically, Pavel didn't get nervous, but as he was led to the bunkhouse his comrades slept in, all of them unarmed and sitting in chairs in a circle just as clueless as he is, it sat him on edge. The squad leader stood up, a large bag in hand, staring down at them in a judging manner. Comrades, began the squad leader, his voice deep and guttural, which made Pavel want to stand up straight, up in attention. He spent your entire careers as defenders of a revolution, using the same weapons used by those who came before. They've worked to our benefit, but as the march of social progress continues, so must material progress likewise. He then threw the bag on the ground in the middle of the circle, and poking out were what seemed like dozens of rifle barrels. These are your rewards for protecting the revolution, comrades. Enjoy. Pavel looked at his squad mates, with nervousness replaced with curiosity. Pavel then bent down and pulled out a new fresh rifle, just off the assembly line it looked like. Then Pavel began to wonder if the rifle range was open today. This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Let's go ahead and return to Zlatoust. After the collapse of the Soviet Union and its revisionist Colonel Kalishnikov and Zlatovsk created a new and revolutionary weapon, the AK-47, to arm the post-Russian successor states. However, it's been decades since the daily rifle was introduced and it's beginning to show its age. However, if our gunsmiths were to examine the strengths of the AK-47, build a new socialist assault rifle with the most modern technology available to us, it can be a powerful advantage over both immediate and future opponents. It would be a killing machine honed by scientific analysis of its design and a non-inspiring symbol of proletarian fury through the workers who wield it. Oh, there we go. Let's get caught up on industry stuff, especially that little side tree over there. So the French resistance is doing especially well, it looks like. The West African Federation. Comintern, okay. We'll accept. What are these guys? Those are Nazis. These are just commies. These are civilian dictators. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and end things there, gang. But thanks always for watching. Like this video if you liked, dislike if you didn't, leaving comments or feedback down in the comment section below. I read all the comments you get, and I appreciate any feedback you might have for me. Check my various links down in the screen box below. Leaving comments or feedback down in the comment section below. This is up for uploads weekdays as well, occasionally Saturdays, and yeah. This is going to be it for now, my friends. I thank you all for watching. My name has been Mr. Dogbot333. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.